this game saying that we're going to treat this like a playoff game.
It's a 2-point lead for Denver, 5.2 remaining. Reeves hits it off, gets it back, he puts it up, it's good! Overtime here in LA! Under a minute left. Smart tries a three-pointer, bang! And the Lakers back up by 2. Jokic holding, sees an opening layup, banks it home, tie game again. They're going to hold it for the final shot.
I work on this, so I trust my shot.
Doncic on the drive, step back, puts it up, puts it in! The Lakers survive in overtime.
That's right. The Lakers win that overtime thriller against the Nuggets and position themselves as the 3 seed in the Western Conference. They're riding on a 5-game win streak, averaging over 125 points per game. 4 of their 5 wins have been decided by double digits, but Charles Barkley does not want to hear any of this, as he said Saturday pregame.
My worst nightmare is the Lakers winning tonight. And
Charles need to calm down. Stop whining. You know what? You got a good job. You're looking good. You're feeling good. You get ready to do the NCAA tournament. You're getting paid lovely. You're chilling in Atlanta. Now you're going to Dayton. Just relax. Calm the brakes. A top 3 seed in a conference is a contender. He knows this. Charles Barkley's been around too damn long. He's been too great not to know that. That's number 1. Number 2, let's look at what has transpired with the Los Angeles Lakers since the trading deadline. Since the trading deadline, they rank 4th in the NBA in shooting threes at 39% a clip. You look at the way Austin Reeves is playing. You look at Luka Doncic playing. You see what LeBron and how effective he is. We all talked about how the man is a basketball savant. He'll figure it out. LeBron is not going to hurt you when all is said and done. He'll figure out a way to be an asset, even at 41 years of age in his 23rd season in the league. This is who he is. It just comes down to the erratic play of DeAndre Ayton. What is he capable of giving you and what is he going to give you on a consistent basis? I'm looking at a guy like Marcus Smart who's finding a way to help you win, whether it's defensive plays, whether it's big-time, wide-open 3 shots that he's getting. I'm looking at Luka Doncic. That guy should have forced him to the double team. He shouldn't have let him go baseline. That's where he got himself hurt. But in the end, give Luka credit where credit is due. Luka's leading the NBA in scoring, 32.8. He's 3rd in assists at 8.5 a game. And if you have a prolific offense in the game of basketball, it puts an opposing defense on its heels. And let's keep in mind that last part about that 3rd seed. When you talk about that 3rd seed, what that means essentially is that if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, you're going to have home court advantage in that 1st round. That 2nd round obviously is going to be significantly tougher, particularly if you're going up against the young thoroughbreds that are the Spurs. But the way the Lakers are playing right now, if you have home court advantage in the 1st round, which they obviously will have, seems anyway, that's going to go a long way towards helping their chances. So that doesn't mean they're going to win the championship. Doesn't even mean they're going to get to the conference finals. What it does mean is that they qualify as a contender, and Charles Barkley needs to stop that nonsense. And by the way, stop lying and acting like you're not watching, because you are watching from Dayton. That's why you complaining, because you knew you were going to turn on your TV to watch.
And so, like I said, this becomes his nightmare scenario, Wendy. And I know you told us last week, J.J. Redick focusing more on locking down, especially defensively. And now good things are starting to happen, a 5-game win streak. Do you agree with Stephen A? Are the Lakers contenders in the West?
Do I think they're going to win the title or win the Western Conference? I do not. I think if you look at the West, you have San Antonio and Oklahoma City are in their own class. That I think just below them, not just below them, but below them is Denver. I think at full power, Denver can win the West. And then I think you have a list of other teams. And right now, the Lakers, in my view, are at the top of that list. And here's the thing. It doesn't just have to be an ironclad yes or no. It's okay in the world to have shades of gray and to say nuance. What's happening with the Lakers right now is extraordinarily positive. They have gotten better as the months have gone on. J.J. Redick has rolled his sleeves up and stitched together some schemes defensively and some lineups defensively. They have been a, sort of average defensive team for the last 2 months. That's great news, because before that they were terrible defensively. They've gotten better shooting the 3 ball. They made the trade for Luke Kennard at the deadline, and they found some lineups and some guys who can hit some shots. They've gotten better. Those are their 2 weakest actions. The 3-point shooting and their defense have gotten better, and they have gotten better. And LeBron is saying, let me find a way that I can fit here alongside Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. Let me find, if I have to play defense a little bit more, if I have to play fewer minutes and take fewer shots, but give more energy. Maybe that can work. It's interesting to watch LeBron try to figure that out. It's interesting to watch Reeves and Luka, two 27-year-olds who are the cornerstone futures of this team, learn to play together and watch ways that they can help each other in lineups and rotations that can help each other. It isn't just about, oh my gosh, can they win the championship? Why does it always have to be such a binary decision? Why can't we just watch a team working and enjoy that they're working? Now look, they have won 8 of their last 9 games. That's been awesome, okay? And I am very excited for them to go on this 6-game road trip to see how they do. They play the next 2 games in Houston. That is the team right behind them in the standings. Houston leads the season series 1-0, which means the tiebreaker is going to be determined in the next 3 days. Then they play at Miami, who's red hot. Then they play at Orlando, who is red hot. Then they play the number 1 seed in the East, Detroit Pistons. This is a back-breaking stretch of schedule. They may very well go through this stretch and go 2-3. And then we will be on next week going, boy, are the Lakers in shambles. Maybe not. But they are in a much better position now than they were 2 months ago, better than they were 2 weeks ago, and their improvement with Luka around them is a reason to get excited. It's a reason to get excited to watch Ayton make key plays. It's a reason to get excited to see that Marcus Smart can be a 3-and-D player going forward. Those are the victories that the Lakers are making right now, and if you're a Laker fan, that's what I would be paying attention to, not worrying about whether they can win 3 playoff rounds.
I think that's the most worked up I've seen you about a team in a really long time, Brian Windhorst. Okay, so it's working. Everyone calm down about the Lakers. Shams, what do you think?
Did we see that head-first dive that LeBron James made in a close, tight game? Like, can we show that play? Because to me, it was symbolic of a couple things. One is the acts of willingness to just, he's been in the corner at times, he's been in the dunker spot, now he's diving on the floor. It's like understanding and being self-aware in your role. Like, obviously, everyone has talked about LeBron, Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic. We've seen different points. Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves playing well. LeBron, maybe not. Then LeBron and Luka Doncic playing well. Maybe Austin Reeves has to take a little bit of a back seat. But how can all 3 of those guys find chemistry? And to me, it is a good sign. I don't know if we can call it a contending effort, but what LeBron James did display was that he's going to continue to make plays like that, where he can potentially get into that type of a role. And at 41 years old, you kind of need him in that position. If you're leaning on him to be your best player, then you're not a contender. So, yes, LeBron James playing this type of role, to me, gives him a chance to be a contender.
Well, a couple of things to make the point before we even go any further, just to let America know that's a fly-ass suit you got on. I'm very, very proud. I'm very, very proud.
Learn from the best. I learn from the best.
Very, very proud. And Wendy, if I have a cabinet, you're welcome, because you're handling your business with your wardrobe as well. Secondly, let me say this. I appreciate LeBron James, and I pointed out that as well, his effort, no doubt about it. But let's not act like he's Derek Jeter jumping into the stands and coming out with blood trickling down his cheek. Let's calm the nerves there, okay?
Might happen
Let's not act like that's what happened. That is not what happened, okay? That is not what happened. Having said that, I think this is the bigger point to make. The Los Angeles Lakers lead the league in field goal percentage at 50%. Again, we keep talking about what they lack defensively, and I guess that's part of what Barkley's contention is. But when you can put somebody on your heels because you can be prolific offensively, that goes a long way. And we all know what Luka can do. What I'm shocked by is the development of Austin Reeves. This brother can ball. And he is out there putting on a show. Dan Orlovsky reached out to me to ask me, because, like I'm sitting there and I'm looking like a Cooper flag, and I'm saying to myself, man, this is the best white dude since Larry Bird. Okay, well, let's hold our horses. Austin Reeves, we ain't saying all of that, but we got to give this brother some love. He can ball, and he's a bona fide number 2 option for the Los Angeles Lakers. He can shoot, he can handle, he's smart, he can draw fouls, he can play. And we got to give him some love. And then we also got to turn around and give LeBron love because of it, because LeBron knows what he's working with, and he's figuring it out. If you really, really think about it, and this is where Barkley has to calm the hell down. If there's one player in the league you want to look at and say, they'll figure it out, wouldn't that be LeBron James? Wouldn't that be him? The one guy that said, all right, I got not one, but 2 cats that can be offensive juggernauts on any given night, and I got to figure out a way to ingratiate my way in the proceedings in order to make sure that we're in a position to win. And that's LeBron James. And oh, by the way, we've been talking about DeAndre Ayton. There have been times when LeBron James has been playing at center. Okay, so the brother 6'9", 260, all right, and you putting him at center now because he knows how to figure it out. I think that when we see J.J. Redick and his coaching staff and what they're doing here, certainly defensively, they have to improve. And you don't compare them to San Antonio, Oklahoma City. You look at Denver, you're imagining Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, just ignore that. You think Jamal Murray going to play like that again? Shoot like 1 for 15 or whatever. You ever think that's going to happen to Jamal Murray again? That will not happen again. As a matter of fact, I feel sorry for the Lakers the next time they run into him because he's going to remember how he played this weekend. And it will not happen again. I know what that brother can do. So, okay, fine. But the Lakers can still make some noise. They can still make it interesting. I could see a 7th game in a Western Conference semifinal series is what I'm saying.
So let's all remember that. Also positive for the Lakers, Luka taking his first game-winning field goal as a Laker. Again, as Wendy pointed out, they have a tough stretch coming up. Starts the game against the Rockets tonight in Houston. Coming up here on First Take, it's a star-studded freshman class featured in the men's